Hello, welcome to my review of Willy's Wonderland. This is the Cage Rage himself. I'm going to talk non-spoilers, then get into spoilers. But there's not really much to spoil in this movie. We've seen the trailer, which will be running throughout this review as well. I love the trailer. Like, I absolutely love the trailer. Seeing Nicolas Cage run around beating the living crap out of, well, not living, but beating the crap out of animatronic ostriches and beavers and knights and whatever else was there, I can't remember, was great. It was fantastic. It's what I needed during this lockdown. You know, if you didn't know, in the UK, we're still on a lockdown. I have been for basically a year. So I really needed that. You know, it was good fun. I really, really needed it. Now, this is a movie which is written by Geo Parsons and directed by Kevin Lewis. Not people I'm familiar with in any way, shape or form. And it was released today, so February 12th in the UK. You'll find relevant sort of links down below in the description box. It should be down there anyway. All normal places like Amazon, iTunes, Play Store, whatever. It's all there. Distributed by Signature Entertainment. Now, I will say this. Look, straight from the off, I really like this film. I absolutely had a blast with it. Funnily enough, I was embargoed until today. And I don't know why they did an embargo for this movie. I have no idea, but you'll see everyone doing their reviews out today, at least those people that are in the UK, because they were embargoed until today. Now, I actually watched this movie a good few weeks ago, and I don't know why I was embargoed. I have no idea, because it's a good movie. Now, normally an embargo it's a sign to be concerned about, and it's something to address. You know, embargoes are not normally always associated with a film being bad, but 9 times out of 10 it is. And I got sent the screener, and then I got sent a follow-up email going, oh, wait, no, don't release your review yet. You're embargoed. And I was like, oh, really? Really, why? Like, it's a great movie. I had a blast with it. An absolute blast with it. Seeing Nicolas Cage just run around beating the crap out of monsters, animatronic monsters, was hilarious. Now, it's really important to note that if you've watched this trailer, there is, and I think this may be associated with why there's an embargo. The trailer gives a much more horror tone, right? Like, it really does. Like I thought it gave it a very heavy, high horror tone. And it doesn't have that. There is horror in it, absolutely. But it plays it a bit more tongue-in-cheek to a certain regard. And you want to sort of laugh at Nicolas Cage's actions, and he's a mute for the whole film. He doesn't say a word. So there is some sort of dark comedy there, and that's what this is. It's a dark comedy, which I guess the trailer sort of gave that vibe away, but it plays it much more as a horror film in the trailer, in my eyes anyway. So I think that's potentially why it was embargoed. Outside of that, I've got no idea, because it's a damn good film. And even just from this shot here, which you can see, it's shot beautifully. Like, it's fantastically shot. The cinematography's great. It's a really, really well shot film. And it was obviously made on like a tiny budget. Nothing. Literally nothing at all. But it's a fantastic film in terms of its technical aspect. The plot itself is really what you expect, to be fair. You know, Nicolas Cage, he, again, not spoilers because it's basically there in the trailer, but Nicolas Cage, he pops his tyres and he gets roped in to cleaning Willy's Wonderland. I'm sure there's some sort of puns in there somewhere along the line, some jokes in there. But basically it's this trap that the townsfolk have set up for weary wanderers, because the animatronic people need the animatronic I guess attractions. What would you call them? The animatronics at Willy's Wonderland need souls to appease them. So it's a trap, and that's how he basically pays for his car to be fixed, because they don't have internet, they don't have ATMs or anything like that. So it's very much tongue-in-cheek. It's very funny. He goes there, and I think what I enjoyed the most about this was that there did seem to be like some sort of underlying knowledge from Nicolas Cage's character of what was going on. He seemed to want to be there, but it's unconfirmed. So I don't know. Because he didn't seem fazed. He seemed like he knew what was going on. He seemed like he knew exactly what was going on. And he goes through this routine of drinking this one punch or whatever it is, this super punch drink thing. He drinks this drink on his break because the guy says don't forget to have breaks. So he has breaks timed in, and it's just played for this. It's very funny. It's played for these kind of jokey laughs and things like that. And it's very, very good. And then, yeah, each time he comes off his break, he goes and murders another one, and then that's it, basically. But there's this sort of underlying subplot with these teens that come along, and they were sort of there at another outbreak of this murder scene and all that kind of stuff. And there's no greater conspiracy or greater story at play. It's basically Nicolas Cage versus animatronic attractions of Willy's Wonderland. But it's great. I had a blast. I had a really good time with this film. Nicolas Cage is actually really good in this. He doesn't say a word, but he does a lot of emoting, which, I mean, he does anyway. You know, the Cage Rage normally does emoting. But I had a fucking good time with this film. I needed something like this. And I tell you what, you guys need something like this. You genuinely do, because it's bloody good fun. And that's part of what I've enjoyed about this pandemic, is that it has allowed indie filmmakers to rise to the top a little bit more. Had Psycho Goreman come out. That was received pretty well from those that watched it. And then there's been a whole bunch of other films that people have really enjoyed. Synchronic is actually an indie film that has risen to the top of more prominence. So I've really enjoyed this. And Willy's Wonderland is another one. And I like the fact that we're getting this like Cage Rage renaissance. It's great. It's absolutely brilliant. Like, I love it. It's great. Give me more. All day, every day. I'm loving it. Now, in general, like it's 1 hour 28 minutes, and I've got the IMDb up here. And just to kind of talk about the other cast in this film, because there is some other cast. Emily Tosta, who is the character played by that's the actor's name, sorry. Liv Hawthorne is the other one in this picture here. She was actually pretty good, to be fair. I think she has promise. Like, the other people were just throwaway nonsense. They were just there to be murdered, and it's fine. But this, I could see this lady doing something bigger and better in future. Like, I genuinely could. I thought there was potential there, and you could sort of see it seeping through. Like I said, everyone else was just, I literally don't care. Like, I don't think anyone cares about them either. Because it's just these two people. That's what's important. And that's kind of what happens in slasher flicks. Now, again, the overall sort of story about what happened with the animatronics and how it occurred and all that kind of thing. Whatever, like, it's fine. It's not massively imaginative, but what do you expect from this kind of film? I don't expect it to be hugely imaginative. I expect it to be funny. And I had enough horror in there, light-hearted horror, to be very, very amused. It was very, very good. I really enjoyed this film. I could strongly recommend it. Now, this was kind of painted as a Five Nights at Freddy's parody or rip-off. Look, I'm not hugely familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't think anyone's going to care. I think if you like that and you like the look of this from the trailer, go out and watch it. Pay for it as well. Like, it's good value. It's a good film. It's a good film. And I do believe as well, that the t-shirts, Willy's Wonderland t-shirts, are actually on sale somewhere as well. I'm fairly certain that they've set up a merch store, which is, again, another running joke throughout this film. There are just running dark comedy moments. So each time he murders one of these each time he dispatches one of these animatronic things, he has to put on another shirt because it's just oil and blood everywhere. It's great. Like, it's genuinely a very, very good film. And it's from multiple angles. Like, the story's tight and solid. Again, it's not going to be for everyone, but it is good, and the technical aspect is great. You know? Like, the costumes were pretty good. Like, the Willy's Wonderland stuff was great. The animatronics was really, really decent. So I could strongly recommend this film. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. If you have seen it, let me know your thoughts. Let me know down below in the comments section. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Also, ladies and gents, if you are a returning subscriber, like YouTube does this once a year. It will just unsubscribe people, but it'll also chuck off the notifications as well. Now I know from looking at my analytics that there's only about 16% of people that have notifications on, and of those people there's only about 5% of people that actually receive notifications. So if you haven't seen one of my videos for a while, which often happens, one, check you're subscribed. Secondly, check that the bell is notified to all rather than personalized and things like that. You don't want YouTube to curate content for you. That's weird. Anyway, cheers. Take care.